At first, nothing seemed wrong. The house was quiet. Too quiet. On a warm summer morning in a quiet American suburb, neighbors noticed something strange. The front door hadn't opened. The car was still parked. The lights were off. Inside that home lived a family that was usually impossible to miss. A mother, 2 young daughters, and a husband who smiled for everyone. By nightfall, the truth would begin to surface. And by the end of the week, the entire country would be asking the same question. Why didn't he just leave? The man at the center of this story appeared ordinary, quiet, polite. He worked a steady job, waved at neighbors, and played with his children in the driveway. Online, his life looked perfect. But behind closed doors, something was breaking. His marriage had grown cold. The responsibilities felt heavy, and somewhere along the way, he began imagining a different life, a lighter one, a life without arguments, without bills, without crying children, a life without his family. Instead of choosing the obvious solution, divorce, separation, even walking away, he chose something far darker. On a single night, inside the home he shared with his wife and 2 little girls, everything ended. There was no break-in, no struggle neighbors could hear, no warning signs anyone noticed in time. By morning, the family had vanished. When police arrived, the husband stood in front of cameras, begging for their safe return. His voice cracked, his eyes filled with tears. He looked like a worried father, desperate for answers. But detectives noticed something else. He never asked where they might be, only when they would come back. Small cracks began to appear in his story. Timelines didn't match. His emotions felt delayed, almost rehearsed. Surveillance footage showed him loading his truck in the early hours, alone. No children, no wife, just him. Under questioning, the truth came out slowly, then all at once. He had done it. Not in a moment of rage, not in self-defense, not because of money, but because he wanted to start over. He had met someone new, someone who represented freedom, a future without responsibility. And instead of ending his marriage like millions of adults do every year, he decided to erase the past entirely. His wife trusted him. His children depended on him. They were 3 and 4 years old. They never had a chance. The most chilling part of this case isn't the violence itself, it's the logic behind it. Or rather, the lack of logic. At any point, he could have walked away. He could have divorced. He could have left town and disappeared. Anything would have been better. During the trial, the courtroom sat in silence as details emerged. Photos of smiling children, videos of birthday parties, messages full of love that were never returned. The man who once wanted a new life now faced a lifetime behind bars. No girlfriend, no freedom, no future. Just memories of the family he destroyed to escape a life he could have simply left. This case still haunts investigators, psychologists, and anyone who hears it, because it forces us to confront a terrifying reality. Sometimes, the most dangerous people aren't the ones who look angry or unstable. They're the ones who smile, who blend in, who decide that their desires matter more than human life. And the question remains, if he wanted out, why didn't he just leave? That simple choice could have prevented tragedy, but instead, his decision left a permanent mark of horror and disbelief. In the empty rooms of the house, memories linger, toys untouched, beds neatly made, the quiet echoes of laughter that will never return. The story of that family remains a haunting reminder. Darkness often comes from those who seem ordinary, who seem trusted, who seem like everyone else.